And we need all of the resources here to be in Vallia to be used specifically on the retaking of Bastila. That is our top priority right now. At least for our homebound forces. So we need to start building this city up to be useful in times of war. Which means we need to get a war hall and things like that. Heretics Fall, you're not really that useful. Why can't I actually build any of this stuff? There we go. Let's get a war hall. Get that up as quickly as possible. Secure cannabis as an interesting location to hold. And we need to secure Mournholm as well. I don't want them to push on Mournholm. Mournholm has some is expensive and vital to the whole in general. Oops, wrong button. Kalden, you're going to need to move out there as quickly as possible. Let's hope you don't get attacked on the way. If we can find the general, their leader, and kill him, we have a chance of winning. We're definitely not ending the war until Bastila is back on our side, though. And I'm not leaving Scytherix. If they want to take Scytherix, it's going to be through an explosion of fire, which will level the city to the ground. Hopefully they realize that's exactly what we'll do, and they'll avoid attacking it. Looks like they haven't decided to move in yet. I don't know where their efforts are focused in. Perhaps they're trying to rebuild or process the situation, which is my hope. Move forward. Let's get back to there as quickly as possible. To my knowledge, Bastila isn't well defended anymore, and they shouldn't have the capabilities of building any of our units. So once our armies get back there, we should be able to launch an invasion. Speaking of which, Vallia should be producing stuff right now. Yes, he needs to build the throne, of course. Never mind. That's more important. Definitely more important. We are keeping all of our forces in Scytherix. There will be no transition. We can't risk losing Scytherix. At the same time, I know that they're going to try to take it back. Hopefully the spell holds and the city will destroy itself if they do. Which would at least be a victory for us in some way. But it's one of their major hubs of production just gone. I would have made Mournholm my capital, however it's too close to Bastila. Vallia is in a decent position to be used as a capital. It's over the sea, which means we can watch them. There we go. The throne is now in Vallia. Which means that if Kalden... Which means we're basically safe. If Kalden dies, he will respawn in Vallia. Who would have guessed that the Eastern Islands would be the capital of our empire? Why did I choose Vallia over the other islands? Cannabis was the Cannabis, Vallia, and Mournholm were all good choices. Nothing on the mainland as a good choice due to the location of Bastila, though. However, Cannabis and Mournholm are in the best defensive positions possible. Vallia, in particular, is in a very good way because it has most of the productivity that we need. Say most of it, it doesn't have all of it. But it has a decent amount of stuff. We can produce the shrines there, all that kind of things. All those things, really. So it's in a useful place. Speaking of which, we should probably get it to start producing things immediately. We need to get human armies raised at once. They still haven't made a move yet. I don't trust them. Why is it doing this? I don't like this glitch when it makes me go through every building to tell it to produce already what I've told it to produce 100 times. Also, Crescent Point, just build merchandise. I should probably give these cities some different features, but now's not the time to do that. In fact, we could start contributing towards resecuring the continent with mainland forces. Let's get some Human Evangelists up, along with some Exalted here. Why can't I build anything? What's going on? Like, is this a bug or something? No idea what's going on there. Maybe the game's just bugging out of it because the capital was taken. It seems to be still bugging out, though, which is a bit aggravating, to say the least. Now it's working properly here. Hopefully we don't need to do anything. And Lost Imshin, you're fine just working on merchandise. I don't really need you. I'm trying to re-support the colonies. We might lose Port Forward because it's on the road. It's easily the next target. I'm prepared to lose any of these cities right now. Port Forward or Mournholm are the next ones on the list. Just go out and go back in. There you go. Good job. But I think the enemy might be a little bit stunned by our take of Sitharix. We've basically exchanged capitals. Hopefully they don't decide to move on anything. I'm not bartering for peace until this guy gets out of my capital. I could make that part of the peace negotiation. In fact, I'm willing to do that right now. I'll send him a message about it. Hold on, I need to access my diplomacy panel. Diplomacy. Okay, listen, Draconian guy. We're gonna have a peace treaty. Then, you're going to give me Bastila. And I will give you, where is it? Not Gorg. Where's, oh, my city hasn't been absorbed yet. I can't give you it because it's not absorbed. Okay, we'll send this next turn then, or once it's absorbed into our empire. And we'll do a trade for capital to capital. I'm sure you'd really appreciate that. We need to get our boat back here as quickly as possible. Lost Imshin, I don't need you for anything right now. Either I'm going to try to barter for peace. So we did a pretty interesting thing. I think I made the right decision by not calling my forces back. Taking this city put him in a stranglehold. He can't necessarily move his leader out of Bastila because he'll die. If he does, or he'll be at risk of dying. And if he doesn't take Sitharix back, he's screwed. However, he's also got Mina locked with Bastila. Bastila is more isolated, though, and he has a smaller army come in. He does have those freaking giant guys, though, the freaking Manticore Riders. Which could be a pain in the ass to deal with. Ultimately, I'm going to barter for peace. Barter for peace and hope that it works. If it doesn't, oh well. Just in the turn here. Move forward. Actually, no one's moving in yet. Let's offer our peace treaty. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Because that's an interesting holding point.